How to use the GRIN spoke calculator. Enter the hub measurement data in the left panel. It is possible to create spoke animations and simulations. Real-time wheel image simulation is possible in the right panel. Once you become familiar with using it, this spoke length calculator is very convenient to use. $143
If your herbs are too big, this is fine. Cut the paper. Mark the distance between the furthest holes with a fan. It can also be used to measure axle length. Measure the flange diameter using a ruler.
143 millimeters.
Non-drive side flange diameter. Drive side flange diameter. Flange spacing.
If you have these three measurement values, you can calculate the dishing offset. To calculate the dishing offset, measure the non-drive side length, 31.5 millimeters, left. To calculate the dishing offset, measure the drive side length, 17.5 millimeters, right. Now, please do the offset calculation yourself. It is 7 millimeters on the right. If you are lucky enough to have a drawing, the dishing offset is marked. There is almost no measurement error.
Dishing offset.
됐습니다.
Number of spokes. Hub axle width. Spoke hole diameter.
Prepare a ruler and use gravity. To take the measurement, use a ruler and start from the valve hole of the rim, then measure downwards. Step 1. Measure the inner diameter of the rim from the valve hole as a reference. Step 2. Prepare the spokes and nipples and insert them in the opposite direction. Insert the spokes with the nipples installed into the spoke holes of the rim. Use a marker to color the protruding nipples. Once done, remove them. Use a vernier caliper to measure the length of the uncolored section. It measures 3.5 millimeters. It is possible to measure accurately, including the thickness of the rim up to the head of the nipple. Effective rim diameter is calculated by adding the two nipple measurements of 3.5 millimeters each, which equals 7 millimeters, to the inner diameter of the rim.
Effective rim diameter. First, check the rim center. Measure and record the width from the rim center to the center of the left spoke hole. Measure and record the width from the rim center to the center of the right spoke hole. First, check the rim center. Note the left spoke hole distance from the rim center. Note the right spoke hole distance from the rim center. Rim left offset and right offset. Rim width. Spoke lacing pattern.
This wheel utilizes the cross pattern, which is the standard method of inserting spokes into the flange by alternating left and right.
네, 그래서 휠 빌딩을 시작하겠습니다. 자, 먼저 이 프론트 허브입니다.
Next, we will check the sequence for installing the spokes. First step, flange A. Fit the spoke inwards from the outside.
먼저 out in 끼웁니다. 이렇게.
One by one, clear out the holes and install the spokes.
한 칸을 점프를 해주세요. 점프해 주시고, 네, 한쪽 플랫 작업이 끝났고요. 초보자를 위해서 처음에는
We tried various methods, but this one was the easiest.
잘 모르시는 분들도 있어요.
Insert the rim into the truing stand.
자, 밟고
It's good to
이렇게
mark the valve hole with tape. We'll do it on the table.
언더라벨 사이드.
It doesn't matter where you start on the side, just start building the wheel. Tighten the nipple, leaving only 1 mm of thread on the spoke. Put a marker tape on the first spoke installed next to the valve hole. Jump 3 holes from the first spoke and install the next spoke.
One, two, three. four. 네. 1차 패턴 완성입니다.
Second step, flange B. Fit the spoke inwards from the outside. Here you can see the valve hole.
이쪽 방향으로 이제 설치를
We'll
계속 할
continue
겁니다.
to install spokes in the left direction.
설치하고 자 보시면 스포크홀이 깐 이쪽으로
Here's the
뚫려
spoke
있죠?
hole where you insert the
이쪽으로 이동해
spoke.
있기 때문에 자 여기에 끼울 스포크입니다.
Insert it here,
끼워주세요.
please.
이쪽에 끼워주시고 그렇죠? 다음
Next, install the spokes to the left of the first installed spoke.
여기에 자 방향 이쪽에 가까운 스포크 이렇게 설치해 주시면 됩니다. 됐어요.
Got it? To the left.
자,
From now
그러면은
on,
같은
it's the same
패턴으로
pattern.
3홀을 점프합니다.
Install the spoke while jumping 3 holes.
The same pattern, 3홀 jump.
The next spoke jumps 3 holes as well. Install the spoke by jumping 1 hole at a time on the flange.
스포크를 전부 다 설치했습니다. 3 jump, then 4. 빠지지 않을 정도로 끼워주세요.
The second pattern is complete.
Pattern to finish.
Now rotate the hub with the spokes installed in the opposite direction of the valve hole to create a cross pattern. Flange B, fit the spoke outward from the inside.
다시 이쪽 스포크를 설치합니다.
Install all the remaining spokes in the holes.
해주시고 끼워주세요.
The installation direction is flange in to out.
자, 2단계에서 비틀어줍니다.
Turn the valve in a direction out of contact.
Turn it in the direction that doesn't cover the air valve. Give it a little shake. Make sure all the spoke nipples come out of the rim.
불이 전부 나와야지 좀 설치하기 쉽습니다. 자, 이렇게
Prepare the nipples, about 18 of
조금만
them.
돌려서 이렇게 끼워서 준비를 해주십시오. 그 다음 스포츠. 이렇게 순차적으로 주면 됩니다. 자, 이렇게 끼워주시고.
Electric bicycle spokes are very thick, so they don't overlap and just pass through. This wheel is installed in a non-overlap pattern with only one spoke crossed. Install in the empty spoke holes using the same pattern. Perfect. Finally, the fifth step is to install the spoke in flange A, outward from the inside. This is the next spoke installation direction. Flange in to out. Install all the spokes in the empty holes.
다 끼웠습니다.
Install all the spokes in the empty holes.
Pattern is the same.
Install them all in a one-cross pattern.
네, one cross pattern finish. Okay.
Perfect.
Next. Left.
Using a spoke wrench, you should be able to determine the start and end of wheel rotation while tightening the nipples. Attach a sticker-like tag to the spoke next to the rim valve hole. To tighten the spoke nipple, turn it clockwise. Tighten all the nipples while leaving a 1 mm spoke thread. Firstly, we will explain the principle behind adjusting the rim left and right. By tightening the right drive side spoke nipple, the rim will move to the right. Conversely, tightening the left non-drive side spoke nipple will move the rim to the left. It is important to note that over-tightening the left spoke nipple can cause the rim to move too far. Releasing the nipple will cause the rim to move in the opposite direction. In summary, the principle is that the tension power balance of the left and right spokes moves the rim and aligns it to the center. Even if the spokes are evenly tightened, things can still go wrong at first.
우와. 스포크.
You might be concerned that the spokes look too long, but it's fine. A margin of error up to 2 millimeters is not a problem.
The target tension of about 80% is reached. Using a dishing tool while working can save time.
네, 거의 이렇게 걸쳐지죠? 딱 이쪽 부분도.
Let's also check this area.
The initial left and right tolerance is adjusted to 1 millimeters or less.
네, 상하우차 보시겠습니다.
We'll start by aligning the rim vertically. Secondly, let's take a look at how to align the rim up and down. By tightening the peripheral nipples together, the rim will move towards the hub. To move the rim in small increments, tighten or loosen the nipples at least 360 degrees. Loosening the surrounding nipples together will cause the rim to move away from the hub. Vertical alignment of the rim only works when the left and right spoke tensions are adjusted together.
Top to bottom alignment is time-consuming. The target tension of about 90% is reached. The vertical alignment tolerance is adjusted to 0.5 millimeters or less. If it cannot be adjusted by tightening it, you must loosen the part where the rim is inserted in order to move it. Entry-level rims are not perfectly round. Be careful. This makes precise alignment almost impossible. This results in too much tension rise. The entry-level rims have generous tolerances in the weld bead.
This is a premium BMX rim, so we can align it up to 0.2 millimeters below.
성공입니다.
From now on, check the wheel center using a dishing tool.
When assembling wheels, the center can become slightly misaligned due to errors in the wheel truing stand. To correct this, a tool called a wheel alignment gauge, or centering gauge, is used. First, let's set up the dishing tool on the non-drive side. Attach the gauge securely without any gaps. Now, fix the gauge in place. Move the dishing tool to the opposite position. The measurement shows a gap of about 4 millimeters. To calculate the rim displacement distance, division by 2 equals 2 millimeters rim displacement distance. Now we only need to move the rim by 2 millimeters. Adjust the position of the rim by tightening the left nipple once and loosening the opposite nipple once. This will allow the rim to move without changing the tension of the spokes. Before starting the job, label the spokes and check the starting and ending positions to ensure accuracy. Start the inspection again from the beginning. There should be no gap on the drive side, and if the measurement distances on both sides are equal, the rim is perfectly centered. Let me show you the center alignment.
체크했을 때
Take a look at the gauge position here.
이렇게 걸쳐지죠? 딱 이쪽 부분도 돼줍니다. 그렇죠?
The gauge is also in the same
림이
position here.
센터에 있는 겁니다.
Now, we'll finish up.
닿는 애들. 그렇죠? 아까 좌우하면서
Reach the target tension of 100% while aligning the wheel left and right once again.
Now it's time to check if the wheel spoke tension is even. If you have a tension meter, you can use it. However, for electric bicycles, it's difficult to use because the spokes are short.
협 검사 좀 해주시고요.
Check for any loose spokes by pressing them with your hand.
예, 튼튼하네요. 됐어요.
I recommend using a spoke wrench.
다 토크가 되기가
Be careful
쉬워요.
not to overtighten,
이것하고
but the
다르게
nipple won't break easily.
토크가
It's
굉장히
great
많이
for
들어갑니다.
electric
그럼 과장님
bicycles
조심하셔야
too.
돼요.
Finally, align the wheel to within 0.5 millimeters of top, bottom, and left-right error, and the wheel is complete. By tightening each spoke nipple a little at a time, the entire wheel tension will increase and the assembly will be complete.
네.
By increasing the spoke tension, we've created a sturdy wheel. The completed wheel is within the margin of error of 0.2 millimeters. Let's install the rim tape. Rim tape has been perfectly installed. Subscribing, clicking the like button, and leaving comments greatly help in creating more videos. Check out bicycle books on Amazon as well. Thank you for watching.